This is our time.
Hey guys, today we are going to be running through what trot diagonals are and how to change the rein. So this is probably one of the things that you hear your instructor saying all the time, and it can be quite tricky to get to grips with, but once you crack it, you will be off, and it's one of those things that you will never forget. So we really hope that this video is going to help you understand it a little bit more, as it can be quite tricky to pick up whilst remembering everything else that you have to remember whilst riding a pony, and it can be quite confusing. So we are here to simplify it for you. So to start with, rising on the correct diagonal in trot is all about helping your pony stay in balance. So when he's trotting, most of the power comes from his hind legs, and on a corner or a bend, he takes a lot more weight on his inside hind, as his outside hind has to stretch further. So you can help him by taking the weight off his inside hind by rising when he's using it. So I have slowed down this video to try and show you what we mean. Because the trot is a 2-time beat, it means the pony's legs work in pairs. And this is because the inside foreleg moves with the outside hind leg, and the inside hind leg works with the outside foreleg. So, to take the pressure off the inside hind leg, it means you are also moving with the outside foreleg. And this is what you can use to help you determine if you are on the correct trot diagonal. So because our pony and rider are on the left rein in this video, she wants to be rising when the right fore goes forward. Also means the left hind leg is moving forward at the same time, taking the pressure off the inside hind leg, which as a result helps to keep your pony balanced. When your pony's outside foreleg moves forward, you should be rising, and then when it comes backwards, you should be sitting. So the outside leg is always the one which is closest to the outside edge of the arena. And if you're not in an arena, then this is the one on the outside of your bend. So when the outside leg goes forward, you stand, and when it comes back, you sit. So to check if you are on the correct diagonal, you want to have a glance down at his outside shoulder whilst you're in trot. And you should be rising as it moves forward and sitting when it comes back to you. You don't want to totally look down and tip your whole head forward, as this will influence your posture and will encourage you to tip your shoulders forward, which will help put you and your pony out of balance. As well, you really don't want to be looking down for too long, because you need to look where you're going. So just make sure to have a little glance down without pushing your weight forward. So what happens if you are on the wrong trot diagonal? Don't worry, you don't need to panic, and it's really easy to change. All you need to do is stay sitting for an extra beat. Then have another glance at his shoulder and check if you've got it correct. The key to staying on the correct diagonal is maintaining your rhythm. So as a little top tip, try counting out loud or in your head to keep it consistent. It's really helpful to say 1, 2, 1, 2, or up, down, as you rise and sit. This also helps him to get maximum power and impulsion from his hind legs. Over time, you will get the feel for this, and you will be able to do this without looking, and you will be able to feel if you are on the correct trot diagonal or not. And it's a really super easy test that you can do whilst you're riding, and you can actually close your eyes for a few strides while on the right and the wrong diagonal to get a feel for it and see if you can work it out. Riding on the wrong diagonal can make you feel really unbalanced, so have a go at closing your eyes. Obviously, you're only going to shut your eyes just for a few strides. Only do this when you're feeling super confident and there's nothing in the way that your pony might bump into. You'll be really surprised at the difference in how they feel. So here we have actually put the GoPro on our rider just so we can show you what it looks like, and so that you can have a bit of a go at spotting when the outside foreleg goes forward and back. So have a little look and see what you think. So here our rider is on the correct trot diagonal. So as you can see, the outside shoulder is going forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. And here our rider is on the incorrect trot diagonal, so you can see that she is rising with the inside foreleg and not the outside foreleg. So changing the rein is something that comes hand in hand with trot diagonals. And a change of rein is simply when you change the direction that you're riding around the arena. So you are either riding on the left rein or you're riding on the right rein, and you can tell which rein you're riding on by which hand is on the inside. So if you are on the left rein, your left hand will be nearest the middle of the arena, and if you're riding on the right rein, your right hand will be on the inside of the arena. There are lots of different ways that you can change the rein, and we are going to show you a few examples of how you can do this. So here is how you change the rein over the long diagonal. So here our rider is riding from F to H, but this can be done from H to F, from M to K, or from K to M. So there are 4 different long diagonals that you can choose from. Next is the centre line. So here our rider is riding from A to C, but she could also ride it from C to A. And this is straight down the centre line, changing the trot diagonal over X, which is in the middle of the arena. So when you are on your new rein, you are on the correct trot diagonal. This obviously makes sure that your pony is in balance and that he is working evenly and correctly. When you change the rein, you want to keep a consistent rhythm and make sure to ride accurately to the marker. And this is also key when it comes to riding a dressage test. You can also change the rein across the short side, and this is where you change the rein from E to B or from B to E. You want to make sure that you're keeping your pony moving forwards towards the track, then prepare to ride him around the turn or corner. Next, we have the change of rein across the short diagonal, and this can be done from H to B, E to M, E to F, or K to B. And of course, these can be done the other way around, so there are so many options for a short diagonal. As you prepare to make any change of rein, make sure to turn your upper body and look to the direction you're going. You want to flex your inside rein to ask your pony to bend and focus on where he's going. Keep your outside rein close to his neck to support his shoulder and then squeeze with both legs. So serpentines are made up of half circles of equal size and straight lines, and they always start and end at either A or C, which is at each end of the arena, and the midpoint of each half circle will touch the long side of the arena. So when you're riding a serpentine in trot, you want to change your trot diagonal as you cross the centre line. This means that you have loads of time to help rebalance your pony before changing the bend. Riding a serpentine is also a really good exercise for suppling, so as well as changing the rein, it also adds bend in both directions and is a really good exercise to do. And you can also change the rein on a loop, and you can really change the rein anywhere in the arena on a loop, so use your arena space wisely. So here our rider is doing a half 10-metre circle at A and joining the arena back at the fence line by E. If you're riding a loop, maintain the bend until you're ready to straighten up and ride towards the track. If you're riding a straight line change of rein, keep your leg pressure and rein contact even to channel your pony forwards. Don't forget to change your trot diagonal, and if you ride over X when you change the rein, this is where you will change your trot diagonal. By doing loads of changes of rein in your training session, your pony will stay focused on you. Mixing it up is so much more exciting for him, and you can really get creative. This is especially helpful when you're riding in the arena with others, because it also helps you just to stay out of each other's way a little bit, instead of riding around and around in the same direction, as that can become quite boring quite quickly for you and your pony. And you obviously want to keep it as exciting as possible for them, to keep their brains thinking and their bodies engaged. Riding a change of rein is really simple once you've got the hang of it. I really hope this video has helped, and I hope that you can take this to your next riding lesson and put it into practice. Let us know how you get on,